Tonight on RGB, we remember Pro with some of the people who knew him best. The only show that shows all the other shows what's worth showing kumkhosi wase-Afrika nansi kwakhona. This is The Real Kopoza. Igama lami linguSinazo Indomya Kayolwa.
Ke mna ndinguSamora kwaMangesi, and as always Miss Yolwa umhle man. Uqame ngathi uyimbiza ekhe yathwa 1-2 ngesilulu. Yes.
Eyonanto ke ishotayo kule mpelaveki is the roundup of the news headlines. Nanku umkhosi wanamhlanje.
Now, fans of Kwaito legend Bricks were sad to hear this week that the rapper will be returning to jail after losing his appeal in the Gauteng High Court. He was found guilty in July last year and sentenced to 15 years in October, and then released in April this year pending his appeal. Umonakala engathi the only bars we'll be hearing from him anytime soon are going to be the ones from his cell. Leti nesonka.
Metro FM DJ Ulut Love went into social media eyocima umlilo wamahemhem athi yena ne-boyfriend yakhe uReason had broken up. Usisi uthi akayithandi into yoba journals call her nge-landlines because if she had their cell phone numbers, she would handle what needs to be handled. She also added uba yena nobhei wakhe basonwabile and it's her life that these journals are playing with. So there you have it. Do not mess with loot or else you get the boot.
Kwafuneka DJ Sbu aqoshilise umba with a loudmouth on Twitter who claimed that Usbu may have contributed to the depression that late rap star Linda Promkize felt before his untimely passing from a seizure last Thursday. Usbu mkhumbuzeke le fan lena ukuba their working relationship was excellent and blasted him for spreading the wrong narrative. Now be warned, fans, get your facts straight before you start trolling people.
Njengoba kuzoriliswa i-feature film yakhe ethi Looking for Love, actress Lillian Dube, ona 73 years old, has reminded people that they need to create their own happiness. Umam Lillian uthi she still enjoys a healthy sex life nomuntu wakhe and even owns 7 vibrators. Yes, queen! Ongeze ngelithi ulonwabo irresponsibility yakho and that she would still love to have her own television series soon. If her love life is anything to go by, she is going to get everything she wants.
Guys, Umam Lillian Dube, I grew up watching her. She's like my grandmother. And this is all I'm going to be imagining now every time I see lasting dignity cashback plan. But anyway, it seems the organizers of the International Women in Media have rubbed local and international celebs the wrong way. Like a bad masseuse, of course. Iqaleke RGB Henson, who said that she was not a part of the lineup. And now Halle Berry has also stated that she's not associated with the event organized by 21st Century Group. Now, the group said that they had secured both stars through 42 West, who replied that Nabo, akhona bayaziyo. So the latest is that the MC Bonang Matebanaye from the event, and it seems as if the 21st Century is going to be sitting at this event all by themselves.
Andizi. Next time. Usbu Mpisane, utata ka fitness banu Sibahle Mpisane, has confirmed that the socialite is now breathing without the help of hospital machinery and on the road to recovery. We wish you a speedy recovery, Sibahle. We know soon you'll be back to posting those fitness videos that make us feel guilty for skipping a workout.
Yes, Nazo. What is the craziest thing you've ever heard about yourself?
Hi, andayazi chap.
Well, usis Clema Wesa uthi yena ngenye imini wathi eseteksini wava abanye osisi kwakulo teksi leyo debating if it was her or not, and they all agreed that it can't be her because the real Clema Wesa is too much of a snob to take a taxi. Uba again imbukele bosisi, you were wrong, and yes, Miss Mawisa does take a taxi sometimes. Nangona ndingazange nambone ke mna ke kuyo xa ndihleli phaya eFrance ithi ndibala emali, kodwa ke mhlambe ngenye imini sisi sawukhomba ibris wabini.
Now, even after nearly 50 years yobomo busikelelekileyo, gospel singer Usisi Ribs Malope still struggles with saying no to people. During a recent interview, the singer opened up about how people have taken advantage of her inability to say no, using her kindness to take from her. Uthi kukho umntu othe utata uThixo umxelele uba makacele i-5 million kuSisi Ribs. Ribs wamxelela uba nam ke xa ndiyifumana loo message ndizayithumela loo EFT. Kodwa mna ngendlela endiyibona ngayo ingathi le message ibisuka from downstairs rather than upstairs. Awutsho wena?
Hayi uba utsho sisi mhlawumbi ndingavumelana kodwa should the opportunity arise, should it present itself, hayi nam ndingazama shem ucela i-5 million mhlawumbi ndingayicela nalapha kuwe.
As long as you know by hashtag mna andizi kuwe naloo 5 million yakho. Kodwa qhubeleka.
Now, Wanda Baloyi has shared how she pulled herself out of a deep depression by seeking help. Ute was one ukuba she would drown in the suicidal feelings. She knew it was time to contact professionals. Now, Wanda is glowing, and even her infamous alter ego, DJ Queen Choco, is basking in the light of fame. Wanda uyasikhumbuza ke ukuba, you know, you don't know how strong you are until you look back and see the strong things that you have done.
Now, actress Sikhona Sodlaka has put an end to the rumors that she might be lesbian kwi-interview yakhe neMetro FM. Even though istyle sakhe nepersonality yakhe imane ikrokrisa abanye abantu, uthi usalinde yena umuntu ofana no-Idris Elba to sweep her off her feet. He's even written letters to her future bae, Idris, on social media. So uba wena ubunethemba loba you'd be the queen to this queen, like somebody I know, he's actually seeking a king.
So, lo mntu maziyo sinazo, this queen that came to this queen's castle. Fike wanqonqoza wathi,
Uthi umama mandithi akekho.
notice the wording there. Uthi mama mandithi ake. Okay. Now, rapper MT opened up about claims that he is slow because of weed, which he has smoked since 2012. Now, the rapper claims into yokubana ukudinwa was the cause of his fall last month and added that he realized ukubana people wrongly blame a lot of his mistakes on weed. Now, Pudi, if you fell because of exhaustion, then why did you feel the need to keep quiet and put up a post saying that you are now sober of all narcotics and alcohol? Khawusondele man. Khawuzabe studio ndangam. Ke sizibonele sikubeke pha kwi-seat of superstars. Njengabantu abakhathaleleyo man, yes?
Umxhase kodwa akho mntu wakhe wawa kwi-seat of superstars, but there's a first time for everything. On that sobering note, phela ngeendaba zale veki.
Now, there's not a week that goes by in Celebland that doesn't involve a famous face in a moment that makes you think, yena ayakwini.
The issue, rather than the person in this week's hot mess, is hair. Omrepa basokolisiwe manzinwele kule veki khabula na ungafinci.
Oh, shame. First up, it's rapper AKA who learned that Mzansi has no chill njengafriji ophukileyo when he debuted his new blonde haircut and got treated to prize roasts like Johnny Bravo and comparisons to Goku.
Also feeling the fire from the follicles is Nasty C Otapukileyo Shem after an American barber messed up his trademark hairstyle. The rapper is in the US to shoot a music video for his new single. It's safe to say that the only tip the barber got was yay, kangelomnye umsebenzi.
I bet you not nibonile la haircut yakhe uNasty C. But anyway, whose hair do is more of a hair don't? Let us know on social media right now using the hashtag #RealKopoza.
Lexesha loba sithathe ikhefu ke thina, the television equivalent of a short left. Siyabuya ngok. Coming up, we look back on the life and music of Pro. Kale African celebrities libuyile nako kwakhona with conversations that matter about the people we all agree matter most.
Now, kule veki iphelileyo, the nation was saddened by the loss of yet another great star still in the prime of his life. Banye bamazi as Lillian Dube, but I'm pretty sure that most of us knew him as Pro, and he left us with a wealth of music, memories, quiet na abo RGB. Sisaqonda maske sibize a couple of his friends to remember his amazing legacy.
Namhlanje ke e-studio sihleli with the godfather of SA hip hop, Amu, and the man who worked with Pro on Sekele, DJ Shabir Sheikh. Molweni guys. Ewe. Hey, inintsi into asiphe yona la mfana. Can nixelele, when did you first meet Linda?
Yo, it's funny that, you know, there's no story, man. I always tell it, you know, even when he was alive. It's probably 96, 97. I must just check. I must go back and check good exactly, you know. Yeah, I think 96, 97, it down. It was a place called Lily Club. We all used to meet as rappers, you know. It was like a little matinee, Saturday afternoon, the Plomara, you know, and kind of have open mic. And that's where I basically met Linda. As a kid, tried to jump on stage because I was in charge of who goes on stage, you know. But the guys were and I'll be like, no, dude, you're not ready. Like, literally, I used to tell the boy, you are not ready, you're not ready. And probably after like 3 tries, I got him on stage, and that was it. That was it. The history started then. Wow. When he jumped on stage, everyone was just like, yo, Lentwanale. So that's how I met Pro, and we became tight since then.
Shabir.
Yeah, what's this one? Eish. Yeah, no.
Wena wahlangana njani noLinda?
No, mina uLinda ngimazi-ke lifetime since my childhood days, you know, because I used to be umngani kaSithi. I grew up noSithi, uSandile, noBrian. So masilibele sikhula sonke lapho, and then we ended up nathi singena ku-music, you know, and then we started working with him, and then he started taking us over, sahamba ama-show naye. That's when we met the Godfather as well. Mebenza album bakuthiwa iPara Boys. Yeah, it was him, Selvin, Mr. Selvin, no Pro. And then journey continues.
Now, there are things that we know about Upro. We know that Upro love, sweet.
Sweet.
Yeah, Flower. But what are some of the things that you would say Abantu out there, people like myself, the young generation who actually never got to meet him, would not know about him?
A beautiful soul, man. Very humble.
Yep.
Like Ulinda, I know people say a lot of good things about me,
Yes.
But in reality is, Ulinda he had his flaws. We all have our flaws, you know. But one thing Ulinda did well that I learned from Ulinda was he was the same guy, Ekasi, Eslachis, when he's performing to a crowd, Eslachis, and when he's performing for a crowd in Sandton.
Yeah.
So that's what that's one thing people didn't really know about Ulinda. The fame didn't get to his head. You know, it really honestly didn't get to his head. He didn't care about it. It was just, for him, it was just like, as long as, by the time we go to Atang Jimil, that was his thing, Atang Jimil and Red into
Yes.
And I remember when trap started coming out, my little trap like feel, like, what So that was one thing about Linda. He liked the rap game as a sport.
Yeah.
You know, Linda loved people, man. And beef. The one thing I want people to remember Linda for is he made sure he was the best at what he did.
Yeah.
And all he wanted to do was just represent Soweto and let other townships know we are going through the same thing.
What would you guys say is your fondest memory of him?
Hey. Yo, you know, every time Ulinda Maunai, you'd learn something from him. You'd always, like, get the love from abantu estradeni, you know. So zonke lezo zinto lezo, they took us back to that ukuthi yazi ukuthi no Linda umuntu wabantu and uPro, you know, and represent Soweto. So we always had that drive ukuthi, you know what, let's push Soweto because we are guys, it's a show. Yeah.
Bottom line was Lentwana could rap.
Yeah. His music.
Lentwana be rap. Like I remember everywhere we would go and he would perform Soweto, and when we like Panamarasike Soweto. And you could rap in English and in vernac. And at both, it was. Bottom line is, I personally think people love Pro because Wayenzi rap looked magical.
And he used to, he used to say that, you know, Ndwana, introduce ama-rapper baya gu hustle, you know, through my music because of into Pega's kuluma. They'll encourage you as a human being. They'll relate with you, and you wake up and go out like press up, push up, and wake up, press up, push it, and do your pan.
Man, so we campaign, man.
Yes, of course.
No, that is influence on the culture.
That is extreme
I've
influence.
Ever seen it.
But let's talk about his influence on South African hip hop.
Pro was an era by himself.
Yes.
What people don't understand is, you know, there's people that come and change the game, and then they step back. What Pro did when he came out with his first album, I remember me senza le album layer. The biggest launch was in Durban, funny enough, where he came on, and I remember Uzulu Boy opened for him. And that's where Usipostole discovered Uzulu Boy, you know?
Yeah.
And I know Selvin, I remember chilling there. I got to perform, I got to shy show yaki, Ulia launch, at back center. We actually went on stage and carried him and hailed him the new king, you know? And since that day, a lot of guys, if Upegabo Red Patin, Abo Sia Shizi, It's a lot of guys that looked up to him came out. They finally had the confidence to nabo baphume bazorapper.
Thithi zininzi man indaba ezimnandi
Great,
esizayo
this is
ngalo bhuti.
great.
And ingathi ziseninzi ne-memories esizawuziva from those who loved Pro both as a musician and a friend.
RGB izobuya with more. Khawukhabe usithi wena ungene phansi komthunzi welanga as we take the short trip to the shops.
After the break, we continue our tribute to one of hip-hop's finest, Pro. Sibuyile kwakhona ke as i-Real Gobhoza. Namhlanje sifuna unibalisela about the amazing legacy left behind by one of South Africa's greatest ever to touch the mic, uLinda Pro Mkhize.
Now, siqhubeka ne-panel discussion yethu on his life with the godfather of SA hip-hop, Amu and DJ Shabir Sheikh. Ndifuna ubuyela but Amu kwinto obuyithethe in the previous segment. Ubuthe into kubana beperforma eDurban and you guys went on stage. You know, you carried him and you held him as the king of hip-hop. Do you think that you maintained that as the hip-hop community throughout his life up until his untimely passing?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
It might not be in the media, you know, and I keep saying this, Uguti, there's two worlds to that thing, there's the rap world, then gune media.
Of course.
But in the media, you might not have gotten lama accolades by Amela Watole and the push or whatever. But within the hip-hop space, he was always a god. That's what I'm saying. As the hip-hop community, I think we played our part. We could have done better, but we always knew Pro is easily top 3. If you had to call just give a list of who's your top 3, everyone, Pro would make the top 3. If he didn't make it top 3, then we know Gutawi has a rap. Nationally, I think a lot could have been done, you know. But there's no point in crying over spilled milk, you know. So.
But I'm curious about why we don't actually give that credit or give that respect, Masiti, in the media space as a nation, as people who know the influence that he's had on the culture.
It's not just us, guys. Don't feel bad. It's not just you, South African media, you know. I think it's a human problem, Uguti. We need to push a little writing, you know, you need to give people flowers out there while they can still smell them. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And I think we did the same thing with Brenda Faz, you know, when she was dropping the hits. I think the another statement, so you're only as good as your last hit needs to go away. Because that's a curse. Because it's that thing with a slot. How the industry is structured, they will only allow a certain number of people at a certain time to shine. Yes. And then if you are not current, people tend to forget ngawe until something happens. In reality, we can't always be praising everyone, you know what I mean? Unfortunately. But what I'm saying is, when we're still alive, we should try, you know, once in a while, remember those that contributed. Yeah. I mean, if you look at a Casper, you need to look at a Double HP. Do you know what I mean? I think that will help to say Double HP helped bring Casper. I think if we can create that synergy, it'll work out better to acknowledge people that paved the way. Yeah.
I want to ask this. What do you think is the proper way to remember the legacy of a fallen legend? And do you think that the South African media is doing you know, his legacy any justice, especially considering all of the things that are being published now in the wake of his death?
Before it started in there's articles that came out during the week, in the weekend. I understand I'm a newspaper in the business of selling newspapers. I get it, you know. But I think Melesis fundis ubuntu just a little bit, you know, just to hold off business. It's only a week.
On a little bit of a lighter note, you worked with him on Usekele.
Yeah, the album is Snakes and Lead.
Ne. I want to know, just talk to us a little bit about the process that went into that hit.
So yeah, we used to go to Dome, no red party, and I Pro. And then, you know, Pro, it's just creative. Same time, a track will come out, and then we'll jam on it, you know. So that he used to be our role model. So whatever he said, we do that. And then that's how Isekele came up.
Ngimfanisa no Brenda uLebo Mathosa.
Yeah.
You know what Brenda did to hip hop and what Ulebo Mathosa did for the Kwaito. That gap, it will never be filled. I'm sorry to say it, but there'll never be another pro.
Yeah, I know.
I've got one more question for you. How would you say would be the best way for his legacy to be kept alive?
His music. His music will always be there. I mean, his music, it's lifetime music. I'm a classic pen. Hela. And that's what khona till. Dot.
Yeah, I honestly think there's a lot we can do, you know, but iphelela ku music, you know, and then I wish ukuthi ama-copycat azovela yabo banjani yabo ngicela mebavele siba out
Yes.
you know, and we must call a spade ukuthi mayafika la ya mina ngomrap omusha bafika ngiphume kasi ngirepresent wama kancane little pro thina ezisowethu silahlekelwe nje
Yeah, cool.
ukuthi manje we don't have a voice. I know I'm not before bangibulala lapha ngaphandle abomrap abasekazi we you know, Durban, they've got Abozakwe, Cape Town's got Youngster CPT, you know. We lost our king, and I'm not ready to come back and rap, so I leave it to the young guys. Please, guys, bring it back, because Tina's retired. Like, someone needs to fill that void, Bafit.
Sure.
What would you say is the most important lesson you guys learned from him? Asiqale ngawe DJ Shabir.
Ukuhlonipha, yazi ukuhlonipha nokumamela. Listening is a skill. Hlala kutshela ntwana mele umamele, mamela ntwana. Asenze kanje. Yeah. I think those two are one of the best I could say ngaye.
Wow.
Because needs.
What I learned from Linda, don't ever compromise. Hey man, we must tell each other we love each other.
Yeah.
Must tell another, hey man, must say hey man, you know, must tell the next guy, the next your sister, your brother,
Yeah.
you understand? Young tall,
I love this moment.
But
Yeah,
understand, like for me, that's the biggest regret. Even though we hung out a lot,
Yeah.
you know, the last few months we didn't really hang out that much because you always think you've got enough time. You always think, you know. So the lesson I learned from his passing with Bafetu, we're not guaranteed tomorrow, hey.
Yeah.
Would you say that is what you would say to him if you had the opportunity?
Yeah, I'll be like, Njaya, ngicela ngabe siqedelele the Para Boys album. We should have hung out more. We should have had more drinks together. We should have played PlayStation more. We should have hit the strip club more. Woo! You know what I mean?
Business.
Like you know, like honestly, like, yeah, man, we should have been there for each other. All I'm saying is we could have been there for Untanga a bit more.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in and coming to remember, you know, the life and sharing the memories that you had with Upro with us. I think it's absolutely special for a lot of people at home to get to see what kind of person he was.
Nizvele ke bantu go Amu uba kunyanzelekile ba abantu esibathandayo sibabonise uba siyabathanda ngokuba saphilayo, whether it's your family, friends, celebrities in the light. Akho ngxaki man, you should be able to just show some love without any shame. Maybe that's what's wrong with our society these days, is that abantu kungona sibathandayo sibaphaphelayo when it's too late.
So if you're looking to spread the love, please use the hashtag #RealGopoza and go to our Facebook page, official RealGopoza, or Real and original Twitter and Instagram pages at official RGB.
Okanye ungasondeza digitally kuthi ke by giving us that personal follow. Sam is at Sam_Mangesi. I'm at Sinazo Yolwa. Good night, sanibona kule vixayo.
Bloqué accident, venus promener con